We're live again, guys. And girls. We caught a fish while we were going to the premiere. It's a massive rainbow smelt. We got a few people on. I think we're gonna... Got one! Yeah, we just caught one live, guys. We caught one live, finally. We got the rainbow smelt. They are super pretty fish. Put him right there next to his buddy. That's what we resorted to. The burbot don't play. We're up to 3 species today, though, which is good. And for those who were on before, I boiled some ice down in water. Boiled for quite a while. Burned myself 2 or 3 times. But my screen is stacked with smelt right now, so. Stacked. Got another one. I'm just using the eyeballs of the ones I'm catching for tipping the Wonder Bread jig from Circle Tackle. Gotta watch the rod tip like a hawk, though. I mean, they are just under the ice. Some of them. I wonder if I could see him with the Aquaview. Let's try. There's enough water in the bottom of my shack here that the fish are swimming around inside of it. And I think I have a legit spring bobber in my fishing box out there. The one I've had for ages. Menu, fire lights, okay. On, okay. Should be seeing smelt any second now. Oh, they are not a big fan of the light, I can tell you that. But I am seeing them. Guys, I can see my jig. That was epic, guys. Epic. We're going to have some fun now. I won't be bored for 10 gazillion hours. But there's another smelt. Smelt. Blowing that jig up. I'm waiting for a very small white dot to disappear, and then I'm going to set the hook. So we can fish for burbot and any of the warm water species. The only thing we can't fish for at night in New Hampshire is trout, except for one river has an exception to the rule where you can fish for browns at night. And I'd love to try it one of these days, and I just haven't got around to doing it yet. But right now I'm smelting. But they are currently not enjoying the camera. I just spooked them all away from me, so we're going to reel that up. And then we'll come back. Turn that fan off. I don't think you guys can hear that, but the plan was to go for burbot on the Aquaview, but spot's so good the burbot didn't even know about it. Oh, he was on it. What about you? You gonna grin? No, I'm actually. Oh, I just missed one. For those who have just joined the chat, I'm actually going to be teaching a lake trout jigging seminar at the Whites of Westport in Massachusetts, in Westport, Mass, on Saturday. I'm not seeing any burbot, but I'm seeing tons of smelt. So, caught 5 already, this French fry size, and I'm going to use them for chum. Probably next week. I know there's going to be a very good burbot spot, or a decent burbot spot that's going to be locked next week. So, I was actually locked now, but I didn't want to go there with the snow dog, with the small amount of ice that we did have. So. Yeah, I'd be catching more if I had a. I'm in 45 feet. Which I thought I was in like 30, but apparently I'm more than that. I fished with them all the way from like 50 up to 50 to 30 is when I normally fish for them. Burbot at least. Smelt can be anywhere, so. Keep losing. If you guys don't talk a lot, ask me anything. If you don't talk a lot, my chat disappears, and then I have to click on it and look away from fishing. I don't do any hunting videos. I had one filmed and ready to release, and then I changed my mind on my channel to keep it in one direction, keep it in just ice fishing. So, you know, the couple guys in Canada that are multi-species, but they're, you know, they don't go very hard during the summertime. They do a lot of ice fishing stuff because that's when you guys are home to watch the content. So a lot of channels are very specific. So, you know, you go to YouTube, and then fishing's a niche market, and then you go to like lake trout, like I like to do, and you go very specific, and that helps the audience like you kind of know what to expect when you guys come back every time. You know, it's, you know, similar content. So I don't be throwing in hunting in there, and I don't really have I had a bunch of hunting gear, and I sold it when I went on my road trip kind of stuff. So I wish these smelts were a little more bitey. Would be nice. Yeah, it's definitely hard to do stuff in the Northeast here. You know, we don't. Like, fishing's hard as it is in the Northeast, and then like I think fishing in the Northeast is great, but I've also gone to Wyoming, Montana, where the fishing's like fantastical. So it's crazy, crazy out west, and I've fished in Alaska too. And I know another mainly outdoors was suggesting that I do some like grouse videos and stuff. So I actually filmed the grouse video, and then I hadn't hunted since before I got married, so quite a long time. But I filmed it and didn't release it. Actually, I just deleted it. I filmed it 2 years ago. But I have a hunting license, and I wanted to go film a couple people this year to have like just film the content and have it on the channel. And YouTube does not like guns, so there's a happy medium of like what do you put on YouTube and how much do you show. And that's why, like, the Guggen Squad guys, all of their like gory content they have on their own servers and stuff like that, because YouTube takes that ad revenue away. I think the temperature's dropping outside. It's getting colder in here, for sure. Got smelt swimming in the bottom of my thing here. But I'm gonna stay on for about 5 more minutes here, and I don't know if I want to go check. I might go check the 3 cuss traps that are next to me. Yeah, YouTube is not easy. You know, I make it look easy because there's a lot of editing that you guys don't. That, you know, I got here at 9 o'clock this morning. I'm gonna cut a lot of fish today, which is good. But I've also gone on a bunch of times this year that our fishing's been bad, or I haven't caught fish. Spent a lot of gas money doing that kind of stuff. So keep buying baits, and that buys me more gas money. I do have recommended baits. So if you go to the link, go to the description of any of my most recent videos, I actually make baits specifically for New Hampshire. I make the Winnie kit, and then I make pin smelt stuff that the Winnie kit's actually not in my shack right now because I'm smelting. But actually, it looks like this. It'd be funny if there's a burbot on there, but it's not. So this is the new pin smelt. I have kind of like half rigged on there, but it's glow, and then I sell these 7mm tungsten jigs on my website. But you go there, go to Bennett Fishing, all one word, .company.site, and that's where I sell all my baits. Yeah, don't start a YouTube fishing channel to make money, because that's not it. I can tell you how much money I make. It's not a lot. What that's one of the reasons I still do consulting work on the side, and I started selling baits. And I'm a terrible salesperson, but my baits really work. Like, if you guys watched the premiere of the video tonight from Northeast Kingdom, all 6 of those fish were on 1 jig and 1 bait, or 7 fish. And my cousin John was 20 feet away from me. He caught a couple because they were feisty, and then he didn't catch anything else after that. And he actually ended up buying baits off of me after the fact. So, and he's the one that taught me how to fish. Like, besides fly fishing, which is what my dad taught me, but he taught me more about bass fishing and just fishing in general. He's a multi-species guy. Pretty much anybody else. No, it's not. I don't do consulting for outdoor companies. My old job was a industrial engineer, where I would go into a company and make their process run better and faster, and teach them how to do it themselves. So after I left, I quit, not last year, the year before. They couldn't find anybody else to do the work, so I just do work for them on the side, basically, and that pays a lot of the bills. Pays for new sonars and stuff. Yeah, affiliate links I make some money on. Affiliate links I make money on, and this is going to be a catch and cook video. Like, not the live, obviously. I'm not doing a catch and cook live. Mainly because I suck at filleting. But this full video is going to come out at some point. Probably Thursday next week, if I get around to it time-wise. Will be a catch and cook video. I'm not going to tell you the species. Hopefully, the top 3 that you catch on Winnipesaukee. Ice is singing, guys. No salmon. Yeah, channel expenses are pretty big. Running a boat's not cheap. I gotta get new batteries for my boat this year. It's definitely not cheap. So I'm gonna go with lithium instead of messing with lead acid ones. And yeah, none of it's cheap. And the bait making stuff is doing well. Thank you guys all for buying stuff if you've already bought stuff. If you haven't bought stuff, you know, one of those Winnie kits pays, like, profit wise, because I'm kind of open about this stuff. I'm not gonna tell you what the margin is on it, but pays for a good part of a trip. So, you know, the more you buy, the more I do. The more you watch, the more I do. So when I'm doing live like this, I don't make a lot of money off of ad revenue. So I love the new shack. This is the 2400. I love it. And so this will be my second time sleeping it. I think the next time I'll be sleeping in the 450 XD. I don't have spoons in the kit. I only have something's making a noise in my shack. Yeah, the Winnie kit is the best. So I have tungsten jigs, which are super stout hooks, which I've caught. My buddy caught a 30-inch Laker on it, and I've caught a 28.5-inch lake trout on it. So they're super sturdy. I think they're Mustad. And a 7mm tungsten jig is like 0.2 ounces, so it's almost a quarter ounce. Extremely heavy, great for jigging, and I use it all summer. And then it's got 40 baits in it, so 20 white and 10 glow, and then 10 chartreuse. And I will use all of the colors depending on the situation of the lake trout and whatever species I'm going for. Yeah, I've chatted with him before. Him and I had a little negative discussion. And I know he works with Beast Coast. I actually met, shook his hand at the show I was just at this past weekend. But yeah, those bass fishing guys, which I used to be. I have not used smelt for cusk yet because cusks aren't very picky. Like, they can't really see that well. They can smell pretty good, but that's about it. So I've just used shiners and had success. Usually shiners, like the medium shiners. I just went to a bait shop and bought shiners, and I'm like, oh, I'm going for cusk. And he showed me like the mega shiners that he uses. So to each his poison, right? Big as you want. But yeah, the bass guys, they live and die by sponsors. Like, you know, the ones that like sponsor. So there's sponsors. So I have one sponsor that pays, and I get free stuff for, and they help promote. And then I'm pro staff for a bunch of companies. So Snow Dog I'm pro staff for, Eskimo I'm pro staff for, Rios sunglasses I'm kind of, it's kind of an old thing. Postfly is a sponsor. Who else do I work with? Eskimo and Ion, the same company, so I'm working with both of them. There's so many freaking smelt on the screen, it's ridiculous. This is a little jig I'm using. I think it's a 5mm. It'd probably be better if I had a 4mm, and if I had a spring bobber on. So I'm using the Alpha 29 from Circle Tackle right now, which is sensitive, but smelt up hit like the lightest amount. Oh, like that. Yeah, I could probably do that. If my good spot actually freezes, then I could definitely do like a cuss testing spot where I could put. I mean, they hit a tiny little jig. They had big jigs. They had dead bait. I've had them take a whole freaking bag of chum before, and just swim away with it when we weren't looking on the Aquaview camera. They don't seem very picky. I am not in Alton Bay. And there is a ton of ice on Winnipesaukee. Yes, the middle of the lake is wide open, but Sebago is wide open. Champlain is mostly open, except for the northern parts. But I think I'm gonna open up my air mattress. Well, sleeping pad, not really an air mattress. Thank you, tight lines as well. And the valve leaks on this, so it even when it's closed, it lets air in. So I need a new one of these. This one's pretty old. If anybody has these suggestions for a sleeping pad, it doesn't suck, let me know. I'm in such a small shack, I literally only have space for my feet right now, so I don't use anything for the floor. I'll use the foam pads that they sell at Harbor Freight for my big shack. But even then, where I was last time, it was pouring rain and there was like a moat in my shack, so tiles were just floating, so they weren't really doing anything. So yeah, let me take you for a tour in the shack here, and then I'm gonna go. My back is tired. It's been a long day. Been on the ice for over 12 hours. Lots of miles on the Snow Dog. Flip around, camera. So we're in the Eskimo Escape 2400. We have our carbon monoxide detector. A little cheap Amazon fan. I've tried trolling with spoons. I don't like trolling. Hog outdoor LED lights. I got 1, 2, 3. That's why it's so bright in here. Aquaview HD 7i Pro, which has not really seen anything except for a few rock bass heater. And then we have the 93 SV Garmin with the LiveScope Plus GoPro 10. And then that's pretty much it. But thanks for attending the first live, and then the premiere, and then the second live. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. And yeah, buy some bits from me. And I'm a terrible salesperson. I would not be selling you stuff that does not work. And some days I'm like, oh, these things don't freaking work, and then I'll just move, and then there'll be fish that are hangry. So you're very welcome. Good night, everybody. And oh, before I sign off completely, I'm going to try to have a Winnipesaukee ice fishing meetup, so everybody can come and fish with me. I haven't determined when that is yet, but I will blast it everywhere right after I get through with this seminar this weekend. So See you at the seminar if you're coming. If not, thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.